Recently, the world has been kind of a dull place. It's been very difficult to find positivity and motivation these days, but one place that you're almost guaranteed to find it every time is through nostalgia. Now, looking back can be very beneficial for your mental health, especially when it sounds like this. Ford has seemed to be tapping into our nostalgia as of late by reviving iconic nameplates. First came the Bronco, which had a huge successful re-release into the automotive world, and then this. This is the Mach 1. Now, back when the Mach E was released, people were under the assumption that the Mach name was going to be taken over by this imposter Mustang, this electric Mustang SUV. But now we know two things. That one, the Mustang Mach E is in fact a Mustang. It has the DNA and the feel of a Mustang when you drive it. And number two, the Mach 1 name is very much alive and kicking. The Mach 1 was built to bridge the gap between the GT Mustang and the GT 500 Mustang, a gap that was left wide open by the discontinuation of the GT 350. And how they've done that is they've given this Mustang the most track-capable package and Coyote 5-liter that they've ever fitted to a Mustang.
This Mustang is motivated by a variant of the V8 that has powered the Mustang for several years. It has 470 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. That's 20 more horsepower than the GT. It has staggered wheels with 305s in the front and 315s in the rear, and both of those are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires for insanely sticky cornering. The Mustang we have here today does have the handling package, so that does include performance front aero splitters, revised chassis tuning, adjustable strut top mounts, and the one thing to bring everything together are these Recaro bucket seats.
Unfortunately, the Mach 1 will only hold the throne for a very short amount of time. As many of you may know, Ford has put a lot of effort into the new 2024 Dark Horse Mustang. It will have the most track-capable Coyote 5-liter that there is available on a Mustang, 500 horsepower. But at the end of the day, this is still no slouch. Some of the styling cues you can tell have been taken directly from the original Mach 1. You have the front grille, for example. It does have this very aggressive rear spoiler that comes with the track package, and it has some of the coolest wheels ever fitted to a production Mustang. Just look at these things, they're absolutely gorgeous. But the most important thing that really drives home nostalgia for this vehicle is the emblem.
This Mustang shares its emblem with the original Mach 1 that was introduced in 1968.
The interior of the Mach 1 is also very, very nice. It has these full digital gauges, but it also has this throwback to these tactile gauges as well on the dash. Now, obviously that's not just solely for the Mach 1, all the Mustangs have that, which is a nice nostalgic touch that they put on the Mustangs. Each one has their own number plate that's branded right onto the dash, so you can see obviously what chassis number that your Mach 1 was. Another throwback cue that it has is this white ball gear shifter. It is absolutely fantastic. Now, the tires on this thing allow for you to do some pretty serious cornering, but it also allows for it to follow every single nook and cranny in the road. It can be a little bit frustrating if you're going on a long trip, say you want to drive somewhere a little bit further away and you just want to relax a little bit. Well, there's no relaxing when you drive this thing because it wants to hook and grab every little nook and cranny of the road. Another cool feature that it has auto downshift revving. So when you downshift, the engine will shift up to where that rev should be when you're changing into that gear. So if you're kind of giving her a little bit and then you shift down and then give it a little bit more, it sounds great. It sounds great. Has the active exhaust, so you can choose between quiet, normal, sport, or track. They say track mode is only meant to be for the track, but who's gonna use that for just the track? You're a Mustang owner. You're gonna use it all the time, everywhere you go. First thing in the morning, doesn't matter. With the trajectory of the world's current state, I wouldn't be surprised if any day now we hear the final production V8 has left the factory. And that will be a very sad day, because it means that the future is going to be filled with the sounds of dystopian Jetson cars with the whirring and the electric motors and whatnot. But there's one thing that we can guarantee going forward. Even though the sounds of a V8 may fade into the history books, the performance will remain. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.